Hi everyone, it's me. Welcome to today's video. I can't believe it is actually already time again to pick another monthly TBR, and also, how is it already April? How are we already looking forward to the 4th month of this year? I feel like this year has literally been passing by so quickly, and I definitely say that every single month, but I swear it truly feels so quick this time. That being said, let's choose our April TBR. So getting straight to it, we have our TBR jar. Of course, we're gonna pick 5 prompts for 5 books. You guys all know the drill. In terms of mood we're going after this month, I honestly don't think I have any particular mood right now. I feel like usually I have some sort of goal month to month, whether it's making a point to finish a lot of series, or like last month I wanted to start a lot of new series. Sometimes I'm leaning to specific genres, but this month I'm kind of a blank slate. I mean, maybe we could aim for trying to choose spring-ish reads since the spring is supposedly coming. I mean, we're not really feeling that yet in Toronto. It's literally been still snowing off and on, but maybe if we choose some spring reads, that will help us manifest true spring weather into the universe. Anyways, those are my thoughts. TBR jar has been mixed, so let's just go straight in with our first prompt. There's literally a pink one at the top, and you guys know we always have to start with pink, but this one says a popular book. Okay, what is even popular? I mean, Dungeon Crawler Carl series is definitely popular. This is the 2nd book in the series. It's definitely making its way through all of the book headlines these days. The reason I started the series in the first place was because I was seeing it everywhere. It was becoming so popular in fact that it even hit my husband's algorithms, and he never gets book stuff. Like, he's not on Book Talk. He is so far removed from book social media, but for some reason he still got Dungeon Crawler Carl on his feed. And so I think that just speaks volumes as to how popular the series is. I did enjoy the first book. Some of the humor is like not really my sense of humor, but it is actually more so my husband's sense of humor. And while reading the first book, I was kind of laughing at it because I was picturing how my husband would laugh at these certain jokes. But overall, it was a fun experience. I am curious to see where the rest of the story goes. It's definitely super fun, so that's an option for a popular book. We could also do something like Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. I mean, this is just obviously also a part of a super popular series. Everyone knows what the Stormlight Archive is at this point, and I actually did want to get into this one in April, so that's actually a good pick as well. What else here is popular? I mean, I'm all the popular series. I'm also in the middle of reading The Infernal Devices. This is the 2nd book, Clockwork Prince, so that's also an option. We could honestly go like lit fic, because I have The Correspondent here by Virginia Evans, and this has definitely also been making its rounds all over social media. I could actually also go with Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. This one definitely is a popular romantasy. It made more of its rounds, I want to say, last year when it first came out, but the 2nd book to the series is actually coming out this month in April as well. So I feel like I'm starting to hear more about this one again. It's starting to circulate again because people are anticipating the 2nd book. This is a really tough decision. You know what? I think I'm gonna make life easy for myself. I'm actually gonna choose Shield of Sparrows because this is actually also our Patreon book club read for April. Is that cheating? I don't know, but it's kind of like tackling 2 things at once, you know, accomplishing 2 things at once. I've honestly not really been picking up too many romantasies these days. In terms of romantasy, I feel like I was feeling a little bit of fatigue with the genre, but I have heard some good things about this one. I think a lot of people with similar book taste to me actually did enjoy this romantasy as well. I actually don't know too much about this other than the fact that we're in a world with monsters, and I think we have something to do with a runaway princess or an exiled princess or a kidnapped princess. Our female main protagonist is a princess in some form, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I do need to read this one for book club, so I might as well add it to my monthly TBR as well. So that kind of made that decision a little more straightforward, but that will be our first pick. So popular read, Shield of Sparrows. All right, let's go in for another one. Okay, we have a blue or a turquoise. Okay, we have released this year, so that means released in 2026. We are a couple months into the year now, so we definitely have some new releases from early this year we could choose. I also, as always, have a ton of arcs that I could choose from that are releasing this year. I actually recently got these 3 arcs all from Simon & Schuster, and these all sound so interesting to me in different ways. This first one is Nymph by Sophia Montrone. This is described as Call Me By Your Name meets Elena Ferrante in the this mesmerizing debut is set over the course of several summers in the northern Italian countryside. Now, I actually haven't read Call Me By Your Name. I feel like I need to because I've heard so many wonderful things about that book. I also know it's been adapted to screen, and I also really want to read My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. And I haven't read either of those comp titles, but I feel like the promise of that just sounds really good in theory to me. This just sounds like a really, really good lit fic. I also have Homebound by Portia Elan, or Portia Elan, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But I mean, this one looks so cool. Just look at the cover. This one's been compared to like Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow in the Ministry of Time. And I think we follow 3 different women across kind of like time and space as their stories are connected. So on the back of this book, it says, Cincinnati, 1983, you're sitting at a computer. It has been 78 days since your uncle died. That's a terrible way to start a game, but this isn't a game, is it? Because what you are coding will outlast you by centuries and shape the lives of a scientist, an astronaut, a sentient automaton, and a desperate sea captain in ways you cannot imagine. So I think we follow one character who, is coding this game in 1983, and we see how this game affects kind of like so many things into the future. I just need to know more about this book, to be honest. I think the premise sounds really, really interesting. It does look like we have some mixed media format kind of thing going on where parts of this book look like they're kind of code formatted, like they're written in code, if that makes sense, very computery. And I actually also got the arc of Lisa C's new book, which is so exciting because I just read Lady Tan's Circle of Women by her last month, and that was the first book I ever read by Lisa C, and I absolutely loved it, so I definitely want to deep dive more into this author. But this one is called Daughters of the Sun and Moon, and I think it takes a similar route to Lady Tan's story where it's a historical fiction. This one is set in 1870, and we follow 3 Chinese women who arrive in Los Angeles. Each of them has their own desires, but they all kind of face this city that is foreign to them, and we see how they navigate their move to this unfamiliar environment. So this sounds so good as well. Those are 3 arcs that are definitely high on my radar. I also, oh my goodness, I just got No Matter What by Cara Bastone. This was her new release this year that came out in March, and I really want to read this too. You know what? I feel like as we're heading into spring, I'm feeling a little bit more open to contemporary romance again. It's a genre that I haven't really been picking up, but yeah, I think once we start getting sunnier weather, maybe when the flowers start coming out, I'm gonna start feeling romancy. So out of these 3 though, that's also a hard decision. What do I do? I think I'm kind of leaning towards either the Lisa C book or Homebound. These are just really intriguing me right now. Oh, I might do the Lisa C. I might do the Lisa C. I feel like I just fell so in love with her writing this past month that I need more. I need more from her. So I'm gonna do Daughters of the Sun and Moon by Lisa C for a book released this year. All right, next up, this is what, our 3rd book? Let's do number 3. What will it be? Oh, they're really stuck together in there right now. Let's try and get one. Okay, I've isolated one. This one, oh my gosh. This one says ARC. So we can go back into our ARC list. So I'm gonna bring out these 2 again because we've talked about those. I'm definitely excited to read them. Another arc that's been on my radar for a long time though, and I haven't picked it up yet, is This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me by Alona Andrews. This is a fantasy. This is a high fantasy. It's the start to a new series, and we follow our protagonist. She's a reader. She really loves this book series, but it's unfinished, and one day she wakes up in the fantasy world of this unfinished series that she loves. And so when she wakes up, she kind of has to decide, do I want to stay here and finish out the story and see how it unfolds because like all my favorite characters are around me, or do I try and find a way out of here and a way home? So this definitely sounds like a lot of fun. I am starting Shield of Sparrows this month though, so I don't know if I want to start too many unfinished series. I think I have quite a few arcs actually. I received this one very recently. This is Crescendo by Jane Healy. This is a historical type of story, I think. It's set in 1950s France, and the vibe of this is concert halls and ballet theaters, and that sounds so good. I think we follow a brother and a sister in this one, and the brother is like a very talented musician, and the 2 of them work together to get him to success. I think his sister is actually his manager, but as they go on, they meet this other man. He kind of starts like tearing them apart from each other in ways. I think they both kind of maybe fall in love with him. a little bit, but this sounds so juicy and saucy and just wonderful. And I love that atmosphere, that vibe of 1950s France in concert halls, ballet theaters. I love that so much because yes, we do still care about opera and ballet. So this sounds really good too as an arc. Oh my goodness, what do I choose? All three of these arcs sound so interesting. They're definitely a little bit outside my normal reads as well, which just sounds so exciting to me right now. When do these come out? So this one comes out May 1st. This one also comes out in May, and this one comes out in June. So maybe I'll put this one back on the shelf or back on the cart because these two come out earlier. So I'll prioritize reading these two first, but which one out of these two? I might do Homebound. I feel like I just need to know what this is about. Yeah, I'm gonna do Homebound for ARC. Wow, this month's TBR is shaping out to be a really interesting TBR. I feel like we're getting some kind of wild card options, which is fun. But let's choose our fourth book. Oh my goodness. Okay, over 500 pages. Let's go, let's do it. Let's do another long book, why not? This one's easy for me, actually. This one's easy for me. I did already mention I want to get into a Rhythm of War this month, and this is most definitely over 500 pages. This definitely exceeds expectations in terms of that prompt because, hold on, let's do actual page count. Okay, 1270. That's our page count, 1,270 pages. So we are doubling this prompt of 500 pages and more. I think this is the perfect option for the fourth book on the TBR. This will also actually force me to get into this one. All right, let's do it. We are diving back in. Oh, okay, let's do a nice, short, easy read for the last book. Let's see, please be nice to me, Jar. This is our last pick, please be nice. Ooh, okay, this one's interesting. We have a four-word title. A four-word title. Oh, I really wanted the correspondent this month, but that's only 2 words. Carl's Doomsday Scenario. That's only 3 words. The Second Chance Cinema. Ooh, okay, this one's 4 words. This one's like a magical realism literary fiction where we follow a couple who stumble upon this theater and the theater starts showing them their past memories. I think the wife wants to stay because she has some things she wants to hash out from the past, but the husband is kind of like, I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't want to revisit these things. It could bring up some issues. And I think we just follow this couple as they dive into their past and see if their marriage can survive it, essentially. But that's 4 words. The Second Chance Cinema. Great, so that's an option. The Jasad Air, no. The Kiss of Deception, that's an option. A fun little YA fantasy by Mary E. Pearson. The Second Death of Locke, oh, that's 5. It's Different This Time. Oh, this is 4 words. This is a contemporary romance. I honestly kind of want to save this for fall though, because I mean, look at the cover. Kind of screams fall to me, so we're not gonna do that one. The Road of Bones by Demi Winters. You know what? If we didn't have Shield of Sparrows on the TBR, I probably would go with this one because I've been hearing wonderful things about this. It's a Viking romantasy, but from what I've heard, done so right. But we're gonna skip for now. No Matter What. Nope. She Who Became the Sun. Nope. That's way too long. You Did Nothing Wrong. Ooh, we could do the new CG Drew's book, You Did Nothing Wrong. That is also 4 words. This is a horror, which is a genre that you guys know I am wanting to dabble a little more into this year. I read Hazelthorn by CG Drew's last year and absolutely loved it. I think it was wonderful. And I've heard good things about this one as well. This is their new release. But in this one we follow Elodie. She is a single mother. She has a son. And one day she meets this really charming man. They fall in love and he invites her to move in with him. So she thinks she's set now. She's got a nice house. She's got a nice man who, I don't know, do they get married? She has a new husband. Yes, they do get married. And she also actually has a new baby on the way. So she's pregnant. So everything is looking perfect. But when they move into this new house, her current son starts saying these weird things, starts saying he's hearing the walls speak to him. And the walls are telling him that the renovations they're doing on the house is hurting the house. And so she has to try and figure out what's happening. Is this her son just, you know, having a wild imagination, or is something else going on? So that sounds also really good. These are some pretty solid options if I'm gonna be honest. Second Chance Cinema has been on my TBR for the longest, and You Did Nothing Wrong has been on the TBR for the shortest amount of time, but I want to pick up this. Is it weird to pick up a horror when spring is starting? I feel like we're supposed to be in the mood of reading like uplifting, happy, joyful stories in this season, but I'm really curious about this one and I want to read it, and I do love C.G. Drew's writing, so I think we're gonna go with this for a 4-letter title. Not 4-letter, 4-word title. This is gonna be the 5th and final pick on the TBR. Oh my goodness, we have such an interesting, varied TBR this month. I don't know what is in the air right now. I don't know what the prompts did to us. I don't know why I felt compelled to choose these books, but this is the April TBR. Does this scream April? No, not really, but I feel like April's also kind of an odd month. It's a weird transition month. The weather is feeling very lost, so I am feeling very lost. I'm just feeling very assorted, very miscellaneous. Every single day I feel like I'm in a different mood. So I feel like this kind of reflects that. It's a little bit of a chaotic monthly TBR, but I think I like that for us. All right, so let's do a little recap. For a 4-word title, I chose You Did Nothing Wrong by C.G. Drew's, a horror. Yeah, we're stepping back into horror this month. For a book over 500 pages long, we have Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. Definitely much longer than 500 pages, but you know what? I like to aim high. I like to surpass my goals. So there's that. For an arc, I chose Homebound by Portia, Elan. This is a literary fiction, maybe a little bit sci-fi, because we have the game element involved, but we follow a bunch of characters separated by a lot of time and see how one computer game has altered the trajectory of their lives in different ways. For a book released this year, I have another arc. So this is Daughters of the Sun and Moon by Lisa C., a historical fiction following 3 women in 1870 as they move from China to LA. And then for a popular book, I have Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry, which also happens to be our Patreon book club read for the month. So I'm glad I was able to get this one onto the TBR. All right, so we have a romantasy, a historical fiction, a lit fic sci-fi speculative kind of thing, a high fantasy, and a horror on the April TBR. We'll see how this month goes. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have a lot of like ups and downs and switching back and forth between genres, but that's honestly always the best way for me to read. I love just jumping from genre to genre and feeling excited about diving into something so different. All right, so that's it for now. There's the April TBR that brings us to the end of this video. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please leave me a like and a comment. If you don't know what to comment down below, let me know what is on your April TBR. If you like me, subscribe, do that bell thing, and I will see you in the next one.